Far corner, gets knocked off the play, taken by Smith. Turned over, Brutlag has the puck, takes it into the corner. Brutlag gets hit by McPherson, back out to the blue line now. Bergen takes a shot, save, backhander!
Brutlag actually broke his stick, and that actually helped RPI as Brutlag was able to get it out on the point, and then Bergen picked it up, and Mihalik kicked the rebound right out, and the puck was in the back of the net. First time I call a game here on the catwalk with this light right in my way.
Yes, the light fixtures have caused additional problems along with the banners that they have hung up here. Getting a replay right now, and that looks like Marty O'Grady on the goal for RPI. Engineers leading 1-0 at the Fieldhouse over the Colgate Raiders. Action heavily in the Colgate side as we're 1:20 into the first period. Pass Day all the way to the far side. Lee is there, gets hit against the boards. Penalty coming up against Colgate. Engineers have it, they'll send it down ice. Mihalik touches up, and that'll wipe out the rest of the power play.
6:20 left to play in the first, 1-0 RPI and Colgate. RPI killed off a 5-on-3, had a 5-on-4. Now that is negated as it's a boarding call against the Raiders, as going into the penalty box for Colgate will be Nick Krakow, the junior forward.
Wagner gets knocked down. Whoops. Power play is going to happen. Day knocks a man down. We've got a penalty coming up as the Engineers touch up. We may have two penalties here. Both referees had their arms up. We did get into an RPI power play. It was 1:19 left of that by the time the whistle blew, but now at least somebody, I think somebody from RPI is going off, but Colgate may have picked up one afterwards.
Yeah, it looks like Day is going to go off for Colgate as well. Actually, two for Colgate. Day is going into the box, and it's going to, and Wagner looks like for Colgate, and Foss, pardon me, not Brutlag, Foss going into the penalty box for RPI.
I could have sworn the penalty was coming up against Colgate.
Well,
pardon me, against RPI.
I think Foss got the initial penalty, then Day, after the whistle, came and knocked Foss on his butt, and then Wagner got involved. So, two players for Colgate into the penalty box, and of course, still in there is Proco. So, three players in the box right now for Colgate. Foss in the box for RPI.
Right out front, Engineers to Higgs, to Helfrich in the slot. Polacek back to Higgs, far side. Loose to Balin, has trouble handling it. Colgate, can they clear? No. Broken stick by Smith. Colgate's only got two guys out there with sticks. And RPI scores! Higgs on the far side!
One of the Colgate defensemen broke his stick that minute. That only gave Colgate two valuable players, plus Mihalik. Balin did a good job getting the puck over to Polacek. Polacek recognizing that there was a missing stick on the ice for the Raiders. Nobody on Higgs. Polacek sends it over to Higgs, and Higgs puts it in the back of the net for a 2-0 RPI lead. There's still 1:23 left to go on Day's penalty.
RPI 1-for-1 on the power play. The weak link in special teams between these two teams is the penalty kill by Colgate, 79.5%. That means the opposition scoring at 20.5. That is the weakest of all the power play stats, and Colgate puck goes into the corner. Engineers along the boards once more, and we got a penalty coming up. This should be Roger getting knocked down. Colgate is going off into the box again.
Yeah, this is going to be on Francois Brisebois of Colgate for a rough against Johnny Roderick, knocked him down right into the board. So 2:59 left to play in the first. RPI is going on their third power play of the evening. They lead 2-0. Brock Higgs scored a power play goal. Actually, they have Day up there again, but
because it is Day. Along the boards, Polacek, who now moves to the near point. Face-off circle for Rabani. Back to Balin's center point. Helfrich, face-off circle. Polacek scores!
Nice look. Nick Balin at the point. Gets it over to Tyler Helfrich. Tyler Helfrich one time a perfect pass right on the stick of Chase Polacek. And once you get it to Chase Polacek, he knows what to do with it as he puts it in the back of the net. Mihalik could not get over there on time. So Brian Day right now having a rough night. 2:34 left to play in the first. RPI leads 3-0 over Colgate. I say Day's having a rough night because he was in the box twice when RPI scored Once on Higgs' goal and once on Polacek's goal.
Dave along the board, stolen by Lee, and then Polacek had it turned around and loses the puck. Bartlett for the Raiders into the RPI zone to Smith. Shot saved, score by Smith. The first shot was by Sins, and it was saved by York. Rebound came out, Smith pokes it home, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, the rebound came right out to Smith, and Alan York hustled back, trying to get in position, trying to make the save, but Smith just puts it in the back of the net before York can be there. Kick the rebound right out to Smith. 15-16 left to play in the third. RPI leads Colgate 3-1 right now, and you know, you sort of turned off the offense a little bit. I think right now you have to.
3-1, RPI leads. Colgate with the puck. Price, blue line, red line, into the zone. What on? Cross ice pass. Oh, and that was it for Smith. He almost put it in. He couldn't handle the puck. It would have been a goal. Price back at the blue line as Colgate still controls, even though they missed there. Back off the boards into the corner. Behind the net, Smith has it for Colgate. Far side, into the middle for Price. Takes a shot, scores! Colgate with 1:48 left in the third, pulls to within one.
Yeah, Price just got open on the top of the slot. Nobody covered him, and he was able to get a quick wrister by Alan York. But the Engineer defense right now, first period was great. Second period, they did okay. Third period, non-existent. 1:48 left to play in the third. RPI leads 3-2 over Colgate. RPI did have a 3-0 lead. Colgate 2 goals in the third period to be within one here. Now we're keeping an eye on Mihalik in the net for Colgate. We're going to get a timeout.
Point man, and the Engineers are 2-on-1 the other way. Polacek along with Higgs. Polacek waits, Higgs scores!
Nice job by Chase Polacek on that one, realizing that he has Brock Higgs, fakes the shot, gets Mihalik to commit, and he just says, nope, I'm not going to shoot. I have Brock Higgs right over here on the near side I can pass to, puts the pass right on his stick, and Higgs puts it in the back of the net to seemingly ice this game. You don't know with RPI, you never know. 1:09 left to play in the third. RPI leads this one 4-2 over Colgate on Brock Higgs' goal.
Yeah, also you see what happens. Price got left in no man's land. Price didn't know what to do on defense. That's part of the problem. He got pushed out of position by Polacek, and that allowed Polacek basically to have a free pass to Higgs. So RPI leads 5 seconds to go. Engineers knock the puck out of the zone. Colgate backhander, can't get it in, and that's it. RPI leads 4-2.
A little extracurricular activity at the end of the period. May see a few penalties here at the end of the game. Of course, they don't matter as RPI takes the 4-2 lead. Tone of the game, RPI definitely outplayed Colgate in the first period. Last two periods, second period was played evenly by both teams, and Colgate definitely outplayed RPI in the third period, and